Record highs today, but we're going to start with a big win for Microsoft, beating out Amazon, Oracle, IBM in that hotly contested $10 billion defense contract with the Pentagon. It's known as JEDI. Morgan's been covering this story from the beginning, and a lot of news over the weekend.
A lot of news over the weekend on this. This was a downright dogfight. This was really between Microsoft and Amazon. 2 years laden with controversy. What is the Joint Enterprise Defense Infrastructure, or JEDI, contract? Well, this is the Pentagon's winner-take-all cloud contract to unite the entire U.S. military within a single data framework. It's basically an umbrella cloud for all of the military's current clouds. Up to 10-year contract with ceiling value of $10 billion. Amazon, Microsoft, and earlier in the competition, IBM, Oracle, even Google vying for this. And Microsoft saying, quote, "We look forward to expanding our longstanding partnership with DoD and support our men and women in uniform at home, abroad, and at the tactical edge with our latest unique and differentiated Azure cloud capabilities." Amazon, in a statement, saying, quote, "We're surprised about this conclusion. AWS is the clear leader in cloud computing, and a detailed assessment purely on the comparative offerings clearly led to a different conclusion." Amazon had been seen as the front runner for this, so Amazon can protest the outcome. Experts say it has grounds to, especially given the unusual, unprecedented comments by President Trump. But Amazon hasn't said if it actually would or not. The DoD saying, for its part, that, quote, "The process cleared review by the GAO and Court of Federal Claims. At the outset, the competition included 4 different offerers. All offerers were treated fairly and evaluated consistently with the solicitation's stated evaluation criteria." They put out a very long statement. They also added that additional cloud contracting opportunities are anticipated from a financial standpoint. Really, the way to think about this, it's a bigger win for Microsoft than loss for Amazon, and that's kind of what's playing out in the shares right now. For Amazon, $9 billion in revenue reported for AWS last quarter alone. But for Microsoft, this is big bragging rights. According to analysts, it's a sign that Azure is catching up. And it is really the latest DoD win for Microsoft, which snagged a $480 million contract last year to supply HoloLens AR sets to the Army, and was also a beneficiary of the $7.6 billion General Dynamics One contract in August to replace IT systems with Office 365. So I think this competition was a lot closer than maybe some people had been realizing. And we're going to see how it plays out. The timeline, I think, is going to be long, especially if Amazon does put some sort of protest in here. But you can see it playing out in the stocks.
I don't know if you can say it's a bigger win for Microsoft than a loss for Amazon. It might be kind of because this is, I mean, cloud is Amazon's thing.
Yeah.
They just put HQ2 in D.C. And a lot of people expected them to win this. But interesting, I've been sniffing around a little bit on Microsoft's side, trying to understand what this means from their perspective. They found out about 3 p.m. Eastern time on Friday that they had won the contract, just a little bit before the world found out from the press release. Unclear exactly when the revenues start to flow, or even when the whole scope of work becomes clear for the first stage of this, but we would expect to hear about them meeting with the government maybe the end of this week to start that process going. Also unclear what's more valuable. The contract itself, which is, as you mentioned, enormously valuable, or the bragging rights associated with it that allows Microsoft to tout the fact that it got this contract for other government work, both in the U.S. government, with the states, and abroad. I mean, in the enterprise game, being able to put forth your wins as case studies is just a big part of it. Thomas Kurian over at Google Cloud set up this whole white glove area within his sales force just for handling big customers because of the follow-on effects that can come from things like this. But Microsoft would tell you that 18 months ago, when the information about this contract came out, they didn't look like they were in the running really strongly to win it, and Microsoft really worked on getting certifications. They would say 90 certifications to compliance certifications to really edge
for the
out
highest
potentially
security rankings, level 6,
other competitors. So we'll see how this goes, particularly with the marketing follow-ons here.